Welcome back to Roundball, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzers. The best hard seltzer, the best drink to have at any bar you go to. It's real vodka, real juice, presented by us who drink it all the time. Myself and Doogs are going to Michigan this weekend to watch Hunter live for the first time. Which is going to be awesome. And we're going to be drinking High Noons because that's the only thing we drink when we go on trips or whatever. So go get your High Noons at Drizzly or at your local liquor store and enjoy it while you watch some Michigan basketball this weekend. All right. Hunter just got out of Shootaround. He might hop on. Jordan is in film. Let me tell you something. You know me. It's hard to track these guys down. I'm usually I'd be bad at this. I'm trying. I'm trying. That's all.
I mean, you're trying. Yeah, it's tough because I don't want to speak up when we have to get all the guys together. I know my role in this podcast.
Yeah, but I do know I do need to know you're around, but you usually are around.
Yeah, it's more so I'm if you could do it with them instead of me, let's do it with them instead. I know my role, so I'm always just I'll be around. Champa's always around. We didn't even, he's not on this one, but a lot of shit happened this weekend in college basketball.
I mean, we'll talk about it quick. I mean, Michigan just any chance that they have that they can get into the tournament, they're just throwing it down the drain. That loss to Indiana is brutal. Obviously, Indiana is a good team, but they had that. They were winning all game. They even had a chance to win it at the end of the game. Did you watch the end of the game?
Yeah, that sucked for them.
Explain some to me because I also had to go to dinner with my parents and I was watching on Gamecast, so it was confusing. So explain to the people.
So from my point of view?
Yeah.
So from my point of view, I'm at a bar because I went to the Providence game. And I see Michigan's up by 3, I want to say 4 with a minute to go. And I was like, oh, nice. I have the -1.5, and then the way that when you have a few high noons, you turn around and then all of a sudden there's 10 seconds left and Indiana's up 1. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? Then Michigan just kind of had a wasted possession at the end. I don't really remember exactly what happened.
Because my brain was shoot a 3.
Yeah, somebody shot a 3. I couldn't see the numbers that well. I couldn't tell if it was 13 or 31, but
it was Jet.
Yeah, it was. It was just it was. Everything kind of just fell apart from at the end, and I just saw on Michigan Twitter them being "Was this the worst? What hurts more, this or Iowa?" If I'm a Michigan fan, that loss hurts infinitely more.
Way more.
When you're up by a possession or two with a minute to go in a game like that, when you have NCAA tournament on the line, that just sucks.
Listen, they have the next every single game they have will be good for their resume. That one was huge, though. At home against Indiana, it wasn't like they just got beat. They gave the game away, and that's been the recipe for their season the entire year, giving games away. Iowa, this one, just bad. You can't lose that game. And Hunter played well. Trace Jackson-Davis played really well. I don't know what to tell them. They got to win tonight too. They got to at Wisconsin. Not going to be a great atmosphere for our guy.
No, he'll be hearing it a little bit.
A little bit. He called them scumbags.
I know that was the joke. He's gonna. It's gonna be loud. I mean, we said this last episode when Hunter goes at people or says some shit. For most schools, I'm you're probably adding a little bit Baltimore material. With Wisconsin, there's no love lost. That is going to be one of the best atmospheres I think in college basketball this year. And given that both teams aren't necessarily that good this year.
No, they're both pretty much the same.
Yeah.
That's why it's a pick'em tonight. -1 Wisconsin. They're basically the same. I actually think Michigan's a little better. I'm not sold on Wisconsin at all. I'm just not.
I think Michigan at this point right now, playing ball right now, is better.
Yes, Michigan. They've looked. I mean, you're in the game against Indiana. You're a pretty good team. We're going to Michigan this weekend, and please, everyone, Michigan State. It's horrible what happened.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary. You gotta stay safe out there. People are fucking nuts.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers with everybody at Michigan State and in their community.
Yeah,
It's a scary world out there.
But yeah, we're going to Michigan State. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere. I feel like there's got to be someone going to that game, right? Like, is someone cool?
Yeah, I mean, you would think. I mean, like, is there maybe someone from the Fab Five? Like, you also got to think that like this game's definitely going to mean more, given what happened this week on Michigan State's campus. So, like,
yeah,
will a prominent Michigan State person come in to support, like a Magic Johnson? I don't know, but yeah, I could imagine people will be there.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's huge for Michigan to win that game. They need that bad. But also, yeah, it's from what happened this weekend.
Some things are bigger than sports. Yeah, one of those.
Things are bigger than sports. But no, yeah, we'll be there. So if you're around, come say hi. I'll be shooting a video with Hunter. It's gonna be great. This weekend was crazy, and it's finally today is finally college basketball. There's no more football. There's no more Super Bowl talk, and it's no more. And all of a sudden, Northwestern beats Purdue, and I wasn't very surprised at all. Are you sold on Purdue? Like, do you think they're going to make a big run?
Like, what's a big run? What are you going to find a big? I mean, Final Four is hard to make. The only team I'm convinced is going to make the Final Four is Houston. Like, do I think that Purdue can make?
So I understand they have the track record. I get that.
I mean, they're the only team that I'll be like, yeah, they're going to make the Final Four.
You know, the Alabama.
I'm not ready to say that, no, but I think
I could see them losing early too. Like they can be very cold at some points.
Alabama,
when
they're good, they're arguably the best team in the country. When they're bad, they're bad. It's not like a hot take, but yeah, they're streaky if you look at the numbers. But yeah, I think that Houston's really the only team that I think will make the Final Four. That I would like that would be my automatic fill-in in the bracket.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you send it to Hunter?
Yeah.
Be nice to get him from some thoughts tonight. Oh man. But yeah, Northwestern beats Purdue. I think that the freshman guards at one point are going to struggle for the Purdue. But they don't really need to struggle when they have Edie. St. John's beats Providence, which is.
I was at that game.
I bet that was just a weird spot. Providence is a fucking weirdest team in the country. Kentucky's going to be in the NIT. Actually, I don't think they're going to make the tournament.
Yeah, they're probably going to be in the NIT. And also, just going like the Providence, like weird game. MSG. Bryce Hopkins is fucking ridiculous, but like if you shoot 31% from the field, you're not going to win too many basketball games. No. Yeah, and Purdue, I think that people when they talk about their freshman guards, I think that might be the biggest overreaction like ever, just because they don't have someone that's ball dominant and just will like take to the rack. You're surrounding they're exactly what you need to surround your best player with.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And I just think that like it's so overplayed and poised. Like Northwestern is a good, gritty team that was in like a must-win situation. So I think that did it surprise me? No, but I think that the biggest thing with college basketball that makes me mad is that when one team loses, we're like, oh, are they frauds? Or like, oh, are they like bad? I don't think really like
you can't say anyone's frauds when they lose 2 games. Like that's their second game they lost.
Yeah, like people lose in college basketball. Like it's not like so I think that that's like something that is a little bit annoying, but I think Purdue will be fine. I think they'll make like the Elite 8 or Sweet 16. Which isn't a hot take, but
Creighton stays hot. They beat UConn 56-53.
Yeah.
I'm a Creighton believer. I have a future on them now. I have to look what it is. One of the most crazy teams is Illinois. You can't figure them out. I think they have the talent to make the Final Four, but sometimes they can't put it together. They beat Rutgers 69-60. I can't figure them out at all. I like them. I can't figure them out.
Yeah, same. I don't really know what to think of them this year at all. I honestly don't like. I feel pretty confident in my brackets every single year. Like, not to brag, I win them. Like, I've won them the past couple of years. I don't even know what to make of this year. I seriously
No, it's fucking
don't.
insane, dude.
Like Illinois is the perfect example of like I don't know where I see them going. Like
Look,
usually I
they
have a
can be
pretty
a
strong
6.
stance at this point of the
They
season.
can be a 6 or a 7. They could be a 6 or a 7, and they couldn't like. That's a scary 6 or 7. You know, like I don't. There's gonna be a lot of 6 or 7.
There's going to be a lot of
Even 10s,
scary
bro.
teams that are low seeds. Like I know you've heard me when I talk about the A10, like Dayton's conference. When I'm like the
Yeah.
conference isn't that good this year. I don't know who's going to come out of it. Dayton, VCU are probably my two choices. They're going to be like a 13 or a 12 seed.
Yeah.
I legitimately think they'll like one of those teams will make a run. Then you're looking at teams like Duke. What's Duke going to be? Like, what seed are they going to be? And
They're
then
going to be like probably a 7.
yeah, like I love looking at the bracketology like at this time of year. Just like I think it's like Oral Roberts is really good. Charleston's not even in the tournament right now as things stand. There's just,
this one I want to talk. Speaking of Duke, that was a crazy thing.
yeah.
We talked about this. I hate when the ref comes out and says we were wrong, especially when you looked at it. They looked at it. It wasn't like it was bang bang and they made a call. They went to review it and looked at it. So they got it wrong twice. Or they actually got it right and then reversed it, I think. I forget. I was so fucking pissed when it happened. I forget exactly what they said. But he got fouled before 0 seconds, and they just said, oh, yeah, they probably should have been. And that's a win. He's going to hit one of the 2 free throws with 0.8 seconds left. That's also a huge win for Duke if they beat Virginia at Virginia. The good thing is it showed me that Duke can play with these teams, which is ginormous for them. I'm happy that they can, but that's a fucking bad call. Bad call for them. Fuck them.
Do you believe in Duke?
Duke is a team. Me being realistic, I think they can play with anybody, but I also think they can lose in the first round.
Yeah, they're one of the most unimpressive teams. From what I thought they could be in the beginning of the year to like what they are now.
Well, honestly, it's gonna depend on Whitehead if he stays healthy and how he does. Filipowski had 0 points against Virginia. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's scoring 15 a game, like that's a problem. It all depends on because sometimes they look really fucking good, and then sometimes they're like because their defense is good. Their defense is actually way better than people think, but their offense struggles a lot because Jeremy Roach isn't going to be your guy scoring every night, and that's who they rely on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the guy that I think is like their X factor is Tyrese Proctor, where if he's shooting well, because Grandison can't shoot for the world, and he should have stayed in Illinois because I fucking can't stand him. But I don't know. They're a confusing fucking team. They play Notre Dame tonight. They better beat Notre Dame.
Yeah. Speaking of Notre Dame, Mike Bray coming out and saying that he's just done at Notre Dame, and then
we don't know about that because it's coming from a source that we don't know about that source. Are we going to even talk about that, or should we just let it go?
I don't have any media etiquette.
Do you think I give a fuck about media etiquette?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, say what you. It's not my podcast. You go.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't feel like giving them more clout because no one really cares. It's fucking just crazy to be like, who do you think you are texting me like? Let's just say, don't fucking text me like you're my dad.
I think it's. We said the word allegedly when we were talking about the
Did
UNC
you say it to
situation.
Hunter?
What? Yeah.
Did you send this link to Hunter? He said he doesn't see it.
The UMich email?
I don't know. It's what Champa usually sends him. The there he is. I almost just said his email out loud.
Well,
what's up, you big fuck?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What up, Hunter?
We touched on it a little bit. You just can't lose that game.
You're talking about the Indiana game?
No. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were talking about this game coming up. But
you can't tell either. Yeah. Indiana game was tough.
The Indiana game was tough. It was very devastating because it's like we really just
you're winning all game.
But I mean that was kind of the story of our season. But I will say we looked at the tournament simulator and everything, and we still have a good shot at making the tournament. Obviously, today is very important, though.
No, can I just say something? Can I say something? Just as a simulation guy myself, that's a bad game to play. When you guys are already looking at the simulations, when it was
dude, we've been doing the simulations for.
I do simulations, so this makes me feel so much more normal.
We'll go through it, Hunter. Like you have two quad one wins. That's not enough. But if you have Wisconsin, Michigan State, Rutgers, Wisconsin. Those are four honestly winnable games. You got 6. You gotta go 4-2 or 5-1.
We need Pitt to win a couple more games for us.
You need to go 5-1 or 4-2. 4-2 at worst.
4-2. Obviously, we're not looking ahead. Today is a very big game. But if this is Hunter Dickinson, the fan of Michigan basketball, 4-2, a Big Ten tournament win, and we're in.
Yeah. But this is the simulation's gone if you lose tonight. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
Win the fucking game. You are taller than them. You're bigger than them. You put your balls on that fucking court tonight and win this fucking game. You called them scumbags already, right?
Do you remember what you said like the first episode of this podcast too?
No, what I said?
You were talking about Stephen Crowell.
I feel like, well, what did I say about him?
Like, hypothetically, if I had to run back the tape, probably something that, like, he wasn't very good.
No. I think what I said was he's not bad, actually. Like, bad big man. Like, I think
this is not good. It was one of those, though. It was either he was good or he wasn't good.
That's usually how it goes.
I think I said he was good, and that he probably gets a little underrated because of all the other good big men in the league.
I think you actually did say that.
Because it's super easy to get kind of swept under the rug almost, like, because like if you're gonna like make noise in the conference, you have to average like at least like 15 points or more, and so you gotta like, and so for him, like he's not the number one option on his team and stuff like that, so he's never going to get the praise and stuff like that. But he's not bad. He's got a lot of good moves under the basket and stuff like that.
Hand up, that's my bad, because now that I'm playing it back, Jordan said he wasn't good. When you were like, Stephen Crowell's not bad, Jordan was like, are you kidding me? So that's where the confusion came.
I will say they got this complimentary hot chocolate at the hotel. This might be the best hot chocolate I've ever had.
So what do you have? What do you have for me tonight? So I tweeted out a clip from our couple podcasts ago. You said Wisconsin, their fans scumbags, their team scum, whatever. People hate Michigan and Wisconsin. Like, you guys don't like each other, obviously. It's just a fact. No more. They're not going to hurt. What are they going to say to you that's going to like upset you? You know, they said it all.
Exactly. Like, if Michigan State can't faze me.
Yeah, you'll be fine. But these are both of you are desperate teams right now. They just lost in Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's not good for them. So this is a must-win game for them too.
And Tomiyaga, if like he can just go off for 30 any night and you can win.
He's electric. So what's the feeling going into tonight? You think you get double teamed tonight as well?
Yeah, I mean that's like that happens when
I hate watching you play because I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of people seeing you pass the ball because you got double teamed. It's so boring.
I walk into the arena and they already got 2 guys on me, Marty. Yeah, no.
Do you have anything to say to Wisconsin before we start?
Well, it's like I'll talk about in general first about the double teams. I do feel like I do get annoyed because like the Big Ten is supposed to have like the best bigs in the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so as you know, the best bigs in the country, I feel like we should be able to guard each other one-on-one and not have double teams come with every team I play. But I mean,
I think that's fair to say.
But and then tonight, I was super confident in the Indiana game. I thought that was the game for us. Tonight,
you guys gave that one away. You won that. You were winning that game the entire game.
We did give it away. We really gave it away. I think tonight the energy is definitely going to be crazy. I don't like how they're wearing black though, because we wanted to wear black. I told the equipment guy that I wanted to wear white and have white out as the away team, but we didn't do that. So we'll be wearing maize tonight. I don't know, man, because it's like you said, both teams are really desperate. Like they just lost. I think they're 5-8 in the conference or something like that, or 6-8.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this game is huge for them, but for us, we know we need this game. Like if we win this game, we're on that bubble. We're on that bubble, and so we've been like Marty, like we've been saying, we've just been trying to keep it one game at a time. Like you can't, even though we looked ahead and said we need this, and this to get in the tournament. I mean, you can't do that now because of the way like our seasons have shaped out. Like we can't afford to look ahead for certain games, and so we're just trying to do all hands on deck for this game. And I mean,
what's it going to be like playing tonight with no Brad Davison on the court? So like you don't have to wear a cup or anything.
Yeah.
Is it a weird feeling?
I don't got to worry about when I run up to go set a screen, just getting elbowed in the stomach.
Is that like something? Is there anybody on their roster this year that you guys would consider like you're like, oh, watch out for him? Maybe like sticking like a hand out or anything like that you've seen in the past?
Or does that come down from the coaching?
I wish we had like Connor McCaffrey back on here.
Fair. Yeah, if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. I have your back with this shit, by the way. He might not tell you last week. I was like, no, Hunter, right? Marty, right?
What?
When you were like, do you like when Hunter talks? I'm like, if I was a Michigan fan, I would just be like, don't say anything to Wisconsin right now.
No, I think I disagreed because again, it's like in certain games, like Indiana, he didn't like have to say anything, but
that was it.
They hate Hunter no matter what.
That was it. Against Indiana, I was like, don't give them anything. Against Wisconsin, I was like,
yeah, I mean, it's like
Wisconsin just hates you.
I already called him scumbag, so it's like what
what more can you do?
What more can I do?
I watched his 30 for 30 last night. It has something to do with it. So it's about like the Baltimore Ravens and how they got caught like on like the big screen talking shit about like the Oakland Raiders before the game, and the Oakland Raiders played it, and the Ravens were like, well, we still got to play them, and we still got to hit them in the mouth. Like all the shit talking's done. Like I said what I said. I got to win now. So it's kind of like the same shit. Like you said what you said. All you do now is just go out and win.
The ESPN people were talking to me today, like interviewing me before the game, and they were talking about like how do you think the environment's going to be after like calling them scumbags and stuff like that. I'm like, well,
who said that?
The ESPN people. No, they know about the podcast, and so I told him, I was like, well, I'm not going to apologize for it because it's like I'm not going to be disingenuous and just like lie to people. Like if I say something and like that's how I was feeling in the moment, then I'm gonna say like obviously if I could take it back, I mean I won't take it back, but if I could if I had the do-over, maybe I wouldn't say it, but I'm not gonna take it back.
Why would you take it back?
I wouldn't take it back. I'm not gonna take it back. Maybe if we did it over again, I wouldn't say it, but I'm not gonna take it back.
Yeah.
Bro, you're in your third. You're a junior. Like, everyone, there's nothing that come back. All right, they were scumbags. They're hitting you in the nuts. They're hitting you in the stomachs. Another player came on this podcast, and it wasn't just you saying it. Like it's another team in the Big Ten happening.
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
them. Go
Yeah.
fuck. And I'm gonna be honest. When I went to Wisconsin, I went with Big Cat, and they treated us like gold, and I had a great time. So this is not me saying it as well, but this is a guy on the team, and fuck him. I'm a Michigan guy this year. Big Cat's coming on next when you guys play. He's still coming. Like he was at Super Bowl week. It's a tough week to get him. And it's Valentine's Day today.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect them to be on the
I wish
podcast.
these teams fucking their fans are such pussies though. Like, make some signs, make some fucking funny shit or something.
I also like. I'm on the record that I like Wisconsin basketball and the fact that they do dirty shit and like how they like play no offense, hard defense. I'm a Wisconsin like I kind of like liked watching Wisconsin grow up.
I will say I did like the Frank Kaminsky era.
Yeah, like and I just like you like yeah, like the Frank Kaminsky era with their brand of basketball to what they were last year or this year, like I think rivalries and hate are good in college basketball, and I think that like you calling them scumbags makes the sport real and fun. Doesn't make it so monotone.
That's what I wanted to have this podcast for, is to give like there's so much history between these teams anyway. Like it's like you can have the rivalry, but once you're in it and a player's actually telling you how it really is, it's fucking awesome. Like you call the team scumbags and you have to go into their arena tonight and beat them. That's awesome.
I mean, but like, I guess for this case, I really didn't need to add any fire to the fuel. Like it was already going to be like a crazy atmosphere. But like
when ESPN asks you the scumbags thing, were you just like, oh god?
No, I mean I told him straight up what I told you guys. Like, I'm not going to take it back because that's how I was feeling in the moment. If I had
actually morning, sorry, cut you off.
Yeah. We just had Shootaround, so they asked us on Shootaround. But like, if I had the chance to go back and redo the episode, maybe I wouldn't say it. But I'm not going to take it back. There's a difference there.
How many things do you think you would have taken back this year that you've said on this podcast?
Number one is obviously Arizona State. That is obviously number one. The Wisconsin, again, I wouldn't take it back, but if I had to redo, I wouldn't say it. Other than that, I mean, definitely try to get ahead of the whole Michigan State Izzo, whatever Marty said thing.
Yep, Marty.
Yeah, Marty.
Try to preactively get that one out of the way.
But that you weren't there for that, so you couldn't do it.
But people still somehow say that I said it. I'm like, bro, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I feel bad for.
A lot of things about myself that are just never true, but it's the worst thing about the internet. You can't change it because people are just idiots.
People just saw like Hunter Dickinson's podcast or like Hunter Dickinson's co-host, and half the fucking people on Twitter can't read to begin with, and they just read like Hunter Dickinson and H, and they're just like,
yeah. But other than that, I think I've been pretty good, man. I don't think I would really regret anything else.
Man, if you guys were like on a roll, like number 8 in the country, I think you would be saying a lot more.
Oh my gosh! Like if this was freshman year,
yeah,
man, it'd be different. It'd be real different.
Get you to the tournament. You could say some things in the tournament.
We're a team nobody wants to see in the tournament.
People think I'm a homer, even though I'm not a Michigan fan.
You kind of are.
I kind of am. Bro, you guys are playing good basketball. You are. Like, when you guys are on, you're a scary team. When Jet and especially when like Kobe's playing well, it's scary.
Bro, Kobe's been playing he's playing himself into the draft this year. He's playing so good. He's doing he's almost kind of like Russell Westbrook in a way, where it's like he's just doing a little bit of everything. Like, because we're asking him to play the 2, we're asking him to play the 1. He's averaging probably 6 rebounds in this stretch. He's averaging probably 6 assists and probably averaging 14 points. Like, he's doing a little bit of everything. And I mean, I think he's starting to realize that he can affect the game in so many different ways, and it's really helping us out there because we need him. We need him to be like we need him wearing multiple different hats. Like we need him to wear, when Doug's in the game, he needs to be more of a bit like scorer, more aggressive. But when Doug's out of the game, we need him to be more of a facilitator out there and kind of, set guys up because we have so much talent. And so I think he's doing a really good job and starting to really understand about his role and when we need him to do certain things.
I saw someone say that Kobe could, in an ideal world, make the tournament, win a couple games, whatever. People already have him in the first round right now. I saw someone say that he could potentially play his way into a lottery pick.
They have Kobe in the first round?
Yeah. At this point right now, he's a first round pick.
Like he just turned 19 like 4 months ago.
The crazy thing is you have 2 first rounders on your team, potentially 3.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
Crazy to talk about. You have 3 potential NBA first round players on your team, and you maybe might make the tournament. That's where we're like, you guys got to rally, be like, what are we doing? Let's fucking win fuck these people. Go on a fuck you tour and beat these bastards.
Hey, man, don't let us get hot.
Bro, let me in the fucking locker room. These guys need to see me in the locker room on Saturday and hype them up.
We might have to make that happen.
Let me in there. I'll talk to him like way before the game so I can at least talk to him.
Yeah, like 90 minutes before the game, we'll let you in.
Yeah. So final thoughts on tonight.
I really just can't wait. I feel like the atmosphere is like this is just gonna be a super fun game. Like this is why I play basketball, is to go into these type of environments where everybody hates you. All you got is 15 guys around you, like the 4 or 5 coaches, the managers, the GA, shout out Colin. And, just go in there and, backs against the wall, odds against you, and go out, try to get a win. There's no better feeling in the world than that, in my opinion.
I agree. I think that, like you said, playing college basketball, going into another stadium is like at home. It's always nice, obviously, because they obviously are going to like you no matter what. But like when people are booing you and saying mean things, and then you're just like dropping 20 on them, there's no better feeling. And like if people haven't experienced that, which I had maybe like 14 people yelling at me that didn't like me, but not 20,000. But like
back when you were batting 330.
Yeah, facts. And people are mad at me again because I said I could hit 90%. I get a hit off 90% of the MLB pitchers, but
that is insane.
I was telling somebody, and they didn't believe me when I said Marty hit 330 in college.
No one believes anything. I could run a 4.5 40, and people will be like,
"No, you could not."
I could run a 4.6.
We'll do it this weekend. I will time you.
4.6. Get out of here.
I can run a 4.6.
Yeah, Marty, maybe when you were 18.
Fuck you at like 5'1". I
need cleats. Oh, I'm 4.6 for sure.
I'd put it at 4.8. 4.8 over under.
Is 4.8 pretty still impressive or no?
If you got a 4.75 right now, not working on your 40 in like years, like I'd be pretty impressed.
If you got a 4.8, I'd be impressed.
All right, so maybe we'll.
I'm just saying, if you're saying that you could get a 4.6, or you said a 4.5 originally, we just got to a 4.8. So like
4.5 was a bit much. 4.5 was a bit much.
Okay, all right. I changed mine. Now I'm going to 4.9 over under. I'm going 4.9 over under.
My because we didn't run 40s in baseball. We run 60s in baseball, and my 60 was like 5.8.
I feel like that's impressive.
I was fast. Maybe we'll do it with Hunter this weekend. Like I'll just do it, and I need cleats. So I got to find some cleats.
Go to like Ross or Marshalls. Get some $20 cleats.
Hey, am I gonna get like Am I going to get anything this weekend? Am I going to get like a jersey? Am I going to get a merch? Am I going to get something?
We can see what we can do. Probably not a jersey.
Can I get a jersey when you get done with college?
We only get like 4. Like Michigan is so weird. We only get 4 jerseys. Like we're like most colleges, you get new jerseys every year, so you end up getting like 20 jerseys. We only get like 4.
You've kept the same jersey since freshman year?
Yeah, that's why it looks so weird when I wear it. It makes me look so fat.
That's fucking insane.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like that, but that's just Michigan. Like Michigan always does like the stupidest stuff possible. Like Michigan is so stupid. So stupid.
Crazy. Dudes, you got anything else of like honestly, because we're recording again tomorrow night.
Yeah. I mean, just you have to be impressed with Dayton at this point in the season.
Oh God.
Just picking up, just destroying rivals after rivals. I can't wait to make the NCAA tournament. Hopefully play Michigan.
That would be a fun game.
I would talk unlimited shit. That would be so fun. I saw actually, speaking of I saw right now in bracketology that Duke is lined up to play Providence in the 9-8.
Oh God.
And then the
That's
winner
not
of
a team
that
I wanna
loses to
play.
Houston.
Bro, the 9-8, you really don't want to be a 9-8.
No, you don't. You
don't
want to
wanna-
be 7 or 10. 7 or 10.
7, 10, even 11.
9-8.
I agree. 11 is a mid-major. 12 is dangerous.
But you don't want to be that 8-9 because then, like, yeah, you get to play at 8-9, but then you have to play the 1.
Yeah.
7-10 is dangerous. Dude, if you look at it is ridiculous. These teams that like are just
Bro, even imagine a Michigan. Hunter left. Imagine a Michigan like
at
11.
At 11. That's what
That's
happened last year.
That's a tough team at 11.
Dude, like you have Hofstra's the AQ right now out of the CAA. That's a 14. They're 14 playing Marquette at 3. That I think is an upset.
No, Marquette's good.
I know, but that's
all
just
right.
2. That's Marquette's an offense. Hofstra would beat Marquette. I'd actually put my balls on the line for that. Hofstra would definitely beat Marquette.
That's the show. We will be back on Thursday. Watch Michigan tonight, 9:00. Michigan did call them scumbags. The fact that we have ESPN asking Hunter about calling them scumbags is amazing, and we should clip. Can we clip that, Dukes, as a promo?
Yeah, I got some shit to do, so maybe tell.
Let's tell. Yeah, I'm telling. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Champa. All right, that's the show. We'll see you guys on Thursday.